Hello again, you radioactive misfit. Back again for another episode of Unhinged X-Ray School, I see. Today, I'm gonna tell you all about the law of electrostatics, and all of the other electrified bullshit that makes your X-ray tube act like a diva with a god complex. Because guess what? Without electrostatics, the X-ray tube would be just a fancy paperweight. What the hell is this microscopic garbage, and why do we need to know it? Well, electrostatics is basically the law of how electric charges behave. You know, like magnets, like charges repel, opposite charges attract, and charges hang out wherever they damn well please until you mess with them. In your world and my world means charged particles flying around, making x-rays happen, or making you scream into the void. Why should you give a shit? Well, the x-ray tube actually relies on electrostatic charges, try saying that 5 times fast, to accelerate the electrons from the cathode to the anode at crazy speeds. If the charges didn't behave, the electrons would be like drunks stumbling around a laser-focused bullet train. So first of all, let's go back to like charges repel, opposites attract. Electrons are negative, and they hate hanging out with other electrons. They shove each other away, but they drool over positive charges like it's happy hour on Love Island. So in X-ray tubes, the negatively charged cathode fires electrons toward the positively charged anode. Let's mention insulators versus conductors. Conductors let charges move freely. They like to gossip. And insulators hold on to charges tightly. They like to hoard the secrets. Electrostatics come into play with the focusing cup, remember? Your cathode uses a focusing cup, a little negative charge cage. It keeps electrons in a tight beam instead of in a wild cluster. If it didn't, electrons would scatter, like toddlers in a candy store, and your image would suck. Focusing cup equals electron babysitter. Basically, what are you going to need to know for the registry? Know what the law of electrostatics is. Like charges repel, opposite charges attract. Know what an insulator is, know what a conductor is. Also, know that the focusing cup is an electron babysitter, and that the cathode is negative and the anode is positive. And the law of electrostatics is the reason those electrons yeet over to the anode side and make x-rays in the first place. Now, what am I going to tell you? Go forth and tattoo that on your frontal lobe. Good night.